Keep sowing the blessings. It's my generation, man, you know that you destined. And Jesus is the only truth. I see you trusting in money, I see you trusting in jewels. Get you some spiritual riches, get you some heavenly tools. I know they focus on likes, I know they focus on followers. But I don't get it twisted, Lord, I'm focused on followers. I see them chasing paper like it really means everything.
11 seconds left in the first quarter. The kick out to Poole.
Your word is a lamp to my feet when I stumble. Blessed are the meek and the humble. On a rock for a minute. He the only one. He the only one. Was there last night, the whole team winning. We be winning. We be winning. Tell him I was faithful to the finish. You can come and join the squad if you with it too. If you with it too.
11 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Fears to win the drought.
Pass to Fears. Here's Mookie.
Hop on that East Coast vibe from the West, but we still get the East Coast vibe. Kingdom Music Soldiers, boy, my team gon' ride. If you invest in the next gen, the dream won't die. Redeemed by the blood when I run up on them. They killed his prophet, so he went and got the son up on him. What you think is all funny?
11 seconds left in the opening quarter. Now Poole. They still need
pretty from the city, had a white man. Never sidetracked, so you don't get no sidetracks. A righteous man falls 7, but he's right back. We baptized the beat. I can't hide the heat. I'm living by the truth. I ain't ran by the seat. They waiting on my fall, trying to plan my defeat. But you can't kill a
And here's New Orleans now. Home court didn't seem to help last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
If they want to beat these guys this time, they have to do
where the content at? Lately this just sounds like it's nonsense rap. Look, I don't fit the mold. Watch how hard a Christian go. Found my father fitness though. Out here trying to win the soul. I give them Jesus with my born again believers in the places where the people dropping weight like fitness goes. I hit the road with a Bible in a duffel bag. The fam my first ministry.
11 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Right wing. Here's Fears.
Back to the real strap, but you still lack. Riches up in heaven, homie, I secure the real back. Souls, that's the real plan. Been broke, but I still stand. I need that anointing, cause the oil does what skills can. They say the flow me, but I'm nice with it. My dad bought me back and paid a high price with it.
11 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
This is how it sounds when you make music with
Pass to Jones to snap the Colt.
Pass to Fears. Down low. They can use a bucket.
Soul for the fame and the following. Bathsheba had a son named him Solomon. God gave him wisdom, so believe he put a lot in him. He used to speak in the first things that we follow him.
Here's Fears. To get back on track.
The belly can be full. Even if full, breeze will never
fulfill your appetite. Chasing fantasy where everything is vanity. A false reality, the tragedy of flattery. Counterfeit blessing, temporary resident. It's evident you lacking intelligence, acting negligent. I don't want success if it just happens overnight. Anything that comes that fast can put a curse over your life. Ignoring God's word, you ignoring God's will. Plus everything you thought was really real, not real.
11 seconds left to play here in the first. Poole hits to Allen.
Hey, for a taste of success, I trade in success just to save those who let go. Started reading, flip the page to the next. Stop feeding what was crazy in my flesh. When you sleep late today, you release dates. Always cutting corner on your people like the cheapskate. You can keep fear, I'ma keep faith. I'ma pray in my face till my knees ache. God is bigger than your problem. He can pick you up.
Poole outside.
Satan think he's sick like he don't think I see him.
For three, Fears. MP with a block. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. And they're up an insane amount going into the break. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be back in a moment.
Everyone's a passer now. Title of entitlement. If you ain't really God ordained, you make like the sound.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck. Plenty of time left in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
And they're also focusing on their break, looking for any chance they can to push the pace and get out in transition.
And it's Brooks in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Bucks played some superb basketball. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up with a triple-double. Putting in a performance like that one really builds momentum in your direction. We'll see how far he rides that way tonight, guys.
Yeah, spot on, Allie. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Greg.
BA, I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Well, he really lit it up. Maybe we'll see a repeat performance tonight.
Everyone has their opinion on the game, and some fans believe too many threes are being taken.
Well, teams are going to do what wins games. As far as the aesthetics of the game, does the league office want to make an adjustment? We'll just have to wait and see.
Three-pointer Brooks. Warriors with the rebound. MP's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big-time effort. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
So far, I'm pretty impressed with MP's attitude. He doesn't seem like a young hothead. He knows he's got a lot of work to do on his game.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him. And both free throws good for MP.
And MP getting to the stripe. Always want to drain those foul shots.
New Orleans has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Black. MP out there with Jarris Walker. And it's Pumpkin in at the two-guard spot. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Bucks played some superb basketball. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he did everything else he could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. His numbers from that game jumped off the stat sheet. He was just superb. Guys, let's see if he can do it again.
Man rejected me. God accepted me, and God protected me. See, man's opinion belong inside the garbage bin, and sin should never have dominion in my heart again. They put in work, cause if you don't, you not a man. Every church boy should grow with.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. On the floor for the Warriors. They've got MP, Anthony Black out there with Jarris Walker. And it's Buffkin in at the 2-guard spot. And when a team is able to play different ways with lineup versatility, how valuable is that to you as a coach?
Well, look, BA, the best teams simply have to be able to win in different ways. They've got to be able to win with their offense, win with their defense. They've got to be able to win in an up-tempo game. They've got to be able to win in a grinded-out half-court game. If you've only got one way you can win, the best opponents will be able to take that away. Versatility is a must.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Bucks played some.
If you really want to start, y'all gon' fly away.
New Orleans has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Tim, you once led the NBA.
All right, Richard, what's something we often see in the second game of a back-to-back?
A lot of times you see tired play, but that's part of it. Can you play through that fatigue? That's a big portion of being an NBA player.
And it's Manning in at the 3, small forward. That's the Pelicans 5. Now here's Black. He's got 5. Austin with a bucket. I just love the ball move. Here's Jefferson. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
A moment to hear from Allie. Got a piece of it, stolen by MP. So on the floor for Golden State, they've got Anthony Black. MP is out there with Jarris Walker. And it's Buffkin in at the 2-guard.
Talk about finishing with power. MP showing.
See, I've been growing, not no longitude or latitude. I'm talking about my inner spirit, man, and these beatitudes. I rock with KMF and kill my flesh daily. Illuminating the world with kingdom music, baby. See me in triple 3 is gonna go down in history for living out this gospel and proclaiming kingdom mysteries. So when you mention me, I pray you mention Christ, cause he's the only reason I have meaning in my life. I rep the only one, the only son who pardons sin, the only one that takes the evil out the hearts of men. So bring your losses to the cross and life can start again. The transformation of the hope will start to spark within. See, it's a process to get rid of all that nonsense. The way of the world is garbage, but he can get rid of those contents. So if you trust him with your heart and let him in your life, I promise you gon' say goodbye to all that pain and strife. It's a process. When you grow with the Lord, never stop it. If you really wanna start, we all gon' fly away. When we see him on judgment day. When you grow with the Lord, never stop it. If you really wanna start, we all gon' fly away. When we see him on judgment day.
And the rim, no mercy there.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the connected cam to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. Well, to play great defense, teams have to provide help. But how do you avoid overhelp?
It's a great question, DA, and it's like anything in the game. Basketball is a game of decisions. I think people look at it and they talk about athletic ability and they talk about skills, which are both important. But the best players and the best teams are the best.
I was saved by the grace, bruh. Break chains.
Decision makers, and the same thing goes as the when to help and when to stay home on shooting.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Milwaukee was outstanding. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he registered a triple-double, showing off all of his skills. With the flashy numbers he put up in that one, it's worth the price.
Salvation's vital, marijuana's an idol. You knew it from the start, but justify it when you light up. I used to do it too, but now I'm filled with holy fire. Cause I gave it all to Jesus, he don't wanna take me higher. Higher and higher, I don't need no lighter. Now the devil wanna kill me, resurrected by the Father. They don't care when I love Jesus, but they care when I'm a fire.
And just over
And they wanna crucify me. Break chains, homie, switch life. Yeah, I just wanna get my faith up. Sit back and watch the game change. Yeah, I was saved by the grace, bruh. Break chains, homie, switch life. Yeah, I just wanna get my faith up. Sit back and watch the game change. Yeah, I was saved by the grace, bruh.
See, I was saved by grace. Switch lanes. Took me about the dirty like some pit stains. Cause this world is a killer. Life was so bitter till it made things sweet like sugar cane. And the boy is so fresh beyond this point. No need for a lighter. Up in this joint, Jesus was
3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Golden State looking at who they've got. We've got Walker. Anthony Black is out there with MP. And it's Pumpkin in at the shooting guard position.
Boy,
You can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major round, you need to find some sort of momentum.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Bucks played some superb basketball. He dropped an amazing number of points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try, guys.
Allie, we appreciate the update. In stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
Well, this team needs his contribution. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
And MP throws it down hard.
Oh, man, MP to be young again.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. Here's Manning. Still scoreless. To the paint, stolen by Walker. Alston with the ball. He's picked up by Brooks. Back to MP. Golden State moving the ball around. For the 3. Hands it from downtown. Alston's got 38 points. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they continue to find ways to score. And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
The young Bob MP taking off there.
Now here's Jefferson. He's guarded closely. Pass to Manning. The three-pointer is right on target.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Back to MP. Black with it. He's got 8. The 3 from MP. And another 3 for Golden State.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
Here's Manning. This one for 3. MP grabs the miss. And it's the Warriors' ball. And this team is in the middle of an astonishing 28-game winning streak. Yep, 28. No matter when it finally ends, this will have been a historic run for them.
And we're looking at a team that has proven they can win against anyone.
Jesus, I was filled with the vision. Oh, now I wanna rock like that. You can see me on a rock right now. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Let me see you rock like that. If you really wanna rock like that. Oh yeah, oh yeah. What's the winner? Victory for the sinner. I gotta let him know, let him know. Who's the winner? Oh, the different killer. What's the difference? I don't need it. What's the winner?
Keep up with the paces. New game playing off the new places. I got a feeling I could win this race. I found my pace. The only thing that
I'm out the grave, I ain't never been the same. Yeah, the same that I changed, got a new mind frame. And I'm really unashamed about to resurrect again. Yeah, I feel like
On the floor for the Warriors, we've got Jarris Walker, Anthony Black out there with MP, and it's Bufkin in at shooting guard. Here's Manning. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. Legs, when you're watching a young team play, what are the things you're looking for?
Well, look, a lot of teams have young players who are focused on making a name for themselves, but I like to see unselfishness. Those guys who can play with a team-first winning mindset, those are the guys that you keep.
I was in a trap house, bruh, swagged out, bruh. I was getting drunk back then, blacked out, bruh. But Jesus had a plan for me, mapped out. Now the devil in the chokehold, tell him tap out, bruh.
ever since the Lord called my name, I've done.
And Golden State's looking at who they've got. Bojemski out there with MVP. Then it's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Coles in at the small forward. And the basketball term, finish the cut. What happens when you don't do that?
Well, two things can happen on that, Kevin. Number one, when you don't finish the cut, you slow down and you take away a chance of getting a layup off the pass. And then the second thing is it leads to turnovers because of that, because the guy passing the ball is expecting you to continue your cut, to finish it, and you don't. And the ball's thrown out in front and out of bounds in a lot of cases.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Bucks was a man on a mission. He dropped an amazing number of points and put up double digits in 3 categories. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
Great stuff as always, Allie. Thank you. Greg, it was obvious. It was heavy. And another one falls.
And here we go again. Another spectacular night for him.
You love the challenge he's taking on, don't you? Trying to reach the 5th most 50-point games in a single season. I mean, just incredible. Now, Fear. His last outing with 20 points. To end the run, and the jumper falls for him. Fears has got 5 points so far.
Look, he's the kind of player that has you awake at 3 a.m. asking yourself, how do I stop him?
Back to Alston. Gordon outside, and another 3 for Golden State.
When Gordon is connecting from deep, everything else becomes easier for both him and this offense.
Inside, here's Nice.
Open the floodgates of heaven, floodgates of heaven, floodgates of heaven. It ain't rain and it water, so I never thirst. God is love, I love you, so I pray first. And when you walk, take it one step at a time. This is all I'm saying.
So on the floor for Golden State, they've got MP. Aaron Gordon is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Brandon Bojemski, and it's Coles in at the 3. All right, Richard, just as a fan of the game, who's your favorite player to watch right now?
I'm really loving Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Really, their whole team. But Shai, he's just special to watch.
Yet another bucket.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now.
What did he just do? MP showing some insane athleticism.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Bucks played some superb basketball. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he did everything else he could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. Truly, one of the most exceptional performances we've seen in recent memory. A monster night for him. Back to you.
Oh, great stuff, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Graham.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Clock is at 3, and the Warriors with another 3.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And here are the Pelicans now. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Big loss in their last meeting with this team. Couldn't get anything to fall in that one.
They catch his shoes. Ooh, always ready and willing to pull that trigger.
Back to MP. Beyond the arc. And the Warriors with another three.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
54 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Spears. And New Orleans getting another bucket right there.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
MP's shot is good.
Yeah, when we talk about MP's unlimited potential, we're referring to nights like this one.
Hook loose. And MP throws it down hard.
I'll tell you one thing about MP. The man's got style.
34 seconds left to play in the half. And so it's Poole with it. He brings it up to the Pelicans. They'll face the Jazz after this game. That'll be at home.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
You aren't.
Oh, throw it down! Wow!
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Poole shot is off. Pass to Kajimski. The three ball.
Matches in the sky, matches in the sky, matches in the sky. That's the kingdom. I'm ready for the day, boy, I'm fed up. That's the way, that's the way. Minded for the day, every day. Oh my, this way that I've been living got me on a Jesus, angels in my pocket and the smile on my spine.
And so Poole will bring it up for New Orleans. And again, New Orleans has no luck. To the inside. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. 6 seconds left to play here in the half. The three from Poole.
My king and they put him in the grave, yeah. Then he rose and the only thing they could say was, oh my.
And Poole launches it from deep and no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. The Warriors are top, just dominating this one. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Coach, I've heard you say one of the most frustrating things to watch is a team that beats itself.
Yeah, B.A., I think one of the things is before you can win, you got to make sure you don't lose.
And here is MP. Non-stop scoring machine here. They've got Herbert Jones. Jordan Poole is out there with Pierce. Then it's Eve Nisi. And it's Allen in at the 4. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Bucks was a man on a mission. He had an unbelievable...
blessings, they coming my way. Hundreds of blessings, they coming my way. Hundreds of blessings, they coming my way.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Kicking off the second half. Here's Steve Kerr's 5. We've got Mitchell Robinson. MP is out there with Brandon Pajemski. Then there's Walker. And it's Coles in at the small forward position. All right, Tim, let me get your thoughts on this NBA rule change. In the quarter heaves don't count toward a player's three-point percentage.
I love it. My paycheck directly reflected my shooting percentage. So we've seen players purposely let that thing go a split second after the horn. I think we should encourage guys to try to make that shot.
Nothing better than the false hustle, let it fly after the buzzer went on. Not anymore, though.
Absolutely. Very, very true.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Bucks was a man on a mission. He had an unbelievable amount of points and put up double digits in 3 categories. And really, it's a game that will stand out when you look at his career, considering how absurd some of those numbers are. Guys?
Allie, we appreciate the update. It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, BA, there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
Well, he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
4-3. Another 3 for Golden State.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
New Orleans is gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Poole from long range. Knocks it down from distance. Poole's got 6 points.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
Austin.
Oh! Wow! What athletic ability from MP. Plenty of bounce in those legs.
What a sensational move captured from the connected cam. Sponsored by AT&T. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Poole from long range. The rebound by Austin. MP's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that.
And if they want to come up with a win here, he either needs to start making shots or find another way to help his team.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Allen outside. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Golden State.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
Here's Spears. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson. New Orleans shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. And so he hits both. Here's MP. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. Oh, wow.
Well, first the speed, then the touch. Textbook from young MP.
New Orleans has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Poole outside. Picked by BC. Pass to Fears. Shot clock at 5. And again, New Orleans no good.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been...
Whoa! Oh, my goodness!
You gotta love MP's creativity. It's so fun watching him throw it down like this.
Here's Spears. He's got 14. Poole outside. Picked by BC. To the inside. Oh, deflected. Walker with a steal. They've got numbers. On the wing, MP. Buries it from 3. Give him 8. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And they have also done a great job capitalizing on turnovers. Whenever they get a steal, they are off to the races. They're going to try to keep that going.
Here's Alston. After New Orleans, three-pointer on the other end. Here's Black. And another dime for him. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
Pass to Fears, fires from deep. Walker pulls down the board. Walker's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively.